Well, there's always time for a hug. Let's talk about the carnivore diet.
Widowed. Let's talk about men. No. Chickens. Yes. Kitties. Yes. Yawning. Yes.
If it weren't for bad luck, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I just want to lose enough weight to defy gravity. Tells it like it is. Breath of fresh air. I've been told I'm full of hot air.
And Patreon. More like Patry Pain. So if you like my videos, please, all I ask, $1 on my Donate to PayPal homepage down in the corner. $1. Help Grandma make some more YouTube videos.
Welcome to the insanity.
And a new day has arrived. Jennifer came yesterday, she mowed the lawn, we cleaned in the kitchen. Work, 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 work. Every joint in my body hurting so bad. I slept until almost noon today. Can you tell? Oh my gosh, when I sleep that long, the bags under my eyes just swell up. Had a happy accident though. While I was cleaning, I found some blue stuff, put it in the back of the tank on the toilet that's leaking. And yes, my plumber called and put me off again. Mother says he won't be back until he's completely out of money and desperate, and then he will come and want $100 for 3 hours of work, if that long. Once I put the blue in the back of the toilet, I laid down some dog pads behind it to try to collect this water, which I don't know where it's coming from. And lo and behold, the water that's running out is turning blue. So, this tank is leaking somewhere, even though you can't see it. Definitely coming from somewhere in the back of the tank. So I have decided against all advice. I'm swimming upstream like a salmon. Don't go up there. Like I'm going up there anyway, because that's the way I am. And we will talk about that in a minute. Like, what do you say when people act like your diet is crazy and you're doing everything wrong? And I got up today and thought, I know, stay off that scale, stay off that scale. I couldn't. Let's have a look. I am wearing a dress. Do we believe that? No, we do not. What is going on? Okay, I moved the scale to another location. Instead of waking it up, I'm just going to step on. Let's see what it does. It's just too funny. I think we can all agree my scale is a liar. I haven't weighed 118 since I was in 3rd grade. I think I was so heavy I broke my scale at 256 and a half. You know, my scale just gave up. It was like, no! And that is supposed to be a scale that goes to 400 pounds, by the way. What is going on back there? It's good. What are you doing? What are you doing to the couch? Spank your butt, spank your butt, spank, 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 spank your butt. It's the spank your butt song. That's what he wanted. My off-key spank your butt song. He loves it. The minute I start vlogging, this is what he does. Kicks me and bumps me. Pay attention, pay attention. And I do not push my high-fat diet on people. Matter of fact, I don't talk about it because I would just be told I was a crazy liar anyway. Yeah, I'm getting ready to take a bite. Kick harder, I'm going to drink coffee. And that's what people say to me. You're a liar. You don't know anything. You're stupid. That is bad for you. The government says so. You know, it is high carb, whole grains, fruit from other countries, you know, vegetables, all these things. You know, this is what makes you healthy. Low fat, high carb. I know, it sounds good, doesn't it? I mean, I can't argue with the fact that whole grain, wheat toast with a few berries and some zero fat fake cream cheese would just be delightful. And it looks beautiful on a plate. You can't deny that they can make some high carb foods look gorgeous. Nothing prettier than a couple of pieces of sliced banana bread on a plate with powdered sugar. Low fat, of course. I mean, I loved all that stuff. Still do. I would assume I would still love all that stuff. And Where are my glasses? I don't have my glasses on. Typical. But I have discovered over the years that a lot of us, and this is how I couch it for the genetically blessed, and that's what I call them. People who can eat like that and not gain weight are the genetically blessed. You know, they can eat like that and stay slim, but it's not because of what they're eating or what they're doing or how they're exercising. It's just that that's the way they were made. Lucky you. All right. I was made to be fat. My body wants to be fat. I am the last survivor on the island. God help the rest of you. By the time I'm rescued, I'll be 500 pounds. They'll assume I ate everyone. And I may have. Who knows? I'm a carnivore, right? Bad person, bad person. Always seem to be on the bad end of the stick. What do I say to people who, you know, put my diet down and say things like, I could never cut out so many foods in the world. And this is what high carb eaters usually say is, I couldn't live if I had to cut out all the fruits and all the vegetables and all the good food. And it's not easy. Thank you. You have at least acknowledged that it's not easy, and you've acknowledged that you don't have a problem. You've acknowledged that you can eat all that stuff and stay thin. No, it's not your willpower. No, it's not your self-righteousness. No, it's not your perfect way of life. It is the fact that you were just born that way to be the size you are, and lucky you, okay? But to put down the rest of us who aren't blessed with perfect, healthy bodies, the rest of us who have dieted our whole lives, the rest of us who have cut out everything in our lives. We did cut out all the fats. I mean, SnackWells, fantastic. You know, we cut out sugars, we've cut out fats, we've cut out you know, whole grains only. We cut out all the refined stuff. I mean, I've even gone down to eating raw vegetables and fruits only for 6 months. I damn near died. It just, nothing works. So, okay, so I found the carnivore diet, and it started working. Matter of fact, it worked better than the gastric bypass. But it was so odd the way people react to you. They just can't believe it. And they'll tell you how unhealthy it is. I just know it was working for this body. It may still be working. Who knows? I don't have a scale to tell me if I'm succeeding. Thank you, by the way, Joyce, Jennifer, I can't remember who sent me. I get my phone out. Who sent me that little video of some woman. She may have been a doctor, I don't know. And she was talking about fat cells being like balloons, and how when you lose fat, they just fill up with water and save the space for when you screw up, and then they're just going to pack that fat back in there very quickly. And then at some point, if you continue and you continue and continue, your fat cells will have to give up and go, I give up! And they'll bust against a tree and die. And all of a sudden, you'll wake up one morning and be a fairy princess. I live in hope. Anyway, I hope it's true. I hope the whoosh is true. But I can't imagine that I whooshed over 120 pounds in 3 days. It was exciting, though. I have to tell you, I'm keeping that scale. I really am. Anyway, that's why I have people go, oh, you have to have willpower. Willpower. I have more willpower than 10 of you put together, I swear. I think those of us who have dieted our whole lives and struggled with weight, we have the most willpower of any people on earth, and it is true. We can walk past donut shops, fudge shops, any place. It's just, the carnivore diet just makes that a little easier, because you just feel full and satiated all the time, and you don't have that ghrelin or whatever it is in your stomach gnawing at you that I want. Although it does come back occasionally on me. I have to go eat quite a bit of fat, like pork rinds or something, to try to get it to shut up, you know. And I haven't found a correlation with the ghrelin feeling coming back and food. I have found a correlation with that feeling and emotional upset. When I have become depressed or overwhelmed, like with this house, then I feel like I want to go get a pizza. I think it's more emotional eating than it is actual craving. And I sit around and analyze this for hours and hours. Why are you feeling this way? Why do you want to eat something good? What will it do for you? How come that'll change your life? It won't. It will. It'll change it for the worse. But when you get people that, it's like talking politics with someone. I hate to equate this dietarily. You can't convince anyone that something is true that they don't want to believe. They believe everything. And it's like, yes, low fat, high carb, whole grain, it's good, it's good, it's good, that's all there is to it. Everything else is a lie. The only thing you can say is, then why are over 50% of Americans getting so obese on this recommended diet? Walk through the grocery store, guys. It's all carbohydrates. And there's over 50% of us that can't tolerate that. It's not the 48% self-righteous who can eat carbs. Lucky you. It's the 52% of us that can't tolerate it. It's crazy. My house is now just almost entirely completely carb-free. And thank heavens for that, because I did have an emotional eating breakdown, wanting to, the other night, when my house was so, I messed it up trying to paint and everything. And thank God Jennifer came and she reorganized and worked in the garage and then got things out of the pantry, which is going to allow me to get things out of my son's old room into the pantry. And then eventually she'll come back and we'll straighten up the 2 bedrooms and I'll get to paint those. And hopefully, way down the line, I will have a place for everything and everything in its place. Oh, the dreams of the large. Okay. In the meantime, I'm hurting. My lower back hurts, my joint hurts, my hips hurt. Not so bad that I can't stand up from this couch, which I have had when I was at almost 300 pounds. And maybe over, who knows. But it's not completely gone. So, do I think the carnivore diet hath forsaken me? No. I think it's still working. I think that I still have control. I think that I am still maybe not losing weight. I've hit where my body wants to be and it's not going to go any lower. Even if I went on a water fast, it wouldn't. And even if I went on a water fast and it did drop a few pounds, it's going to bounce right back up to here. I think I'm going to have to be content with this. And I know people are going to say, oh no, you'll lose more weight, you'll lose more weight, you'll hit the whoosh, it'll happen. I'm going to stick with it for a year, at least. So we're going on to the 6-month mark. Since I've lost track, this is the beginning of September, so at the end of this month, we'll say it was 6 months. October 1st will be 6 months. Let's just say that, 2019. And we'll call that the 6-month mark. And we'll go through the winter and see what happens. Because I'm curious. I am just curious, and I have enough willpower and stubbornness just to do it, just to see. What, I know that I've heard a lot of people, they have videos, and they're like, what do you say to someone who puts your diet down? Or my favorite thing is, and I get this quite a bit from the carbies, call them the carbies. The carbies are like, when you tell them what you eat, they go, oh, I want half a piece of whole wheat toast, no butter, dry, yes, and no whipped cream, nothing like that, no. And they look at you and they're like, just go ahead and eat your fatty meat. Yeah, it's gonna work for you. I wish I had a comeback for that one. I don't. I'm like, it's working for me. Can't argue with you. So, when you get the carby look, just ignore it. I just look at them like, you're so dumb, but at least it's working for you. And I feel bad for your ignorance. I feel bad that you don't know. And I feel work on upping my nutrients, and I'm taking my liver pills and my oily pills, cod liver oil and all of that stuff. And I'm carrying on. So that's what you do, guys. You just decide, I'm doing this for myself. I'm experimenting. If it doesn't work, how many other diets have you tried that didn't work? All of them. Hundreds. It's just another one. It's another way of life. I like all these little gitchy cliche things. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. Yeah, it's just what I'm doing for now. And you do it to the bitter end, I suppose. Really popular. And I don't think we can raise enough cows and animals to feed the whole population. So keep eating them low fat, high carb grains, rice. They're filling. The rest of us are gonna get the animals. Just keep it a secret. Scud inspires me daily because he loves me no matter what, and that is an inspiration. As long as I feed him. Everybody wants something. Alright. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. I love you all. Bye-bye. I might cut that part out. I don't know. I don't know, guys. So, what just proves you can't win. That's just too funny. I'm sorry, guys. I just have a sick sense of humor when it comes to my own body. Alright, because I think it has a sick sense of humor.